Hello everyone, your favorite retired streamer, Wolfie here, coming at you with another one. Now this one, what we're going to be going over in this one is how to stream on YouTube from your Xbox One. So you're on your Xbox One and you want to get that stream over onto YouTube. That's what we're going to be going over in this one. But before we do jump into it, just for anyone that's new around here, a little about me. I did say retired streamer. Yeah, basically I used to be a streamer over on Twitch. I had around 30,000 followers before I stopped. I did it for a living, and well, I was also a partnered Twitch streamer. So yeah, that's just a little about me there. I have a whole bunch of other stuff on my channel in regards to Twitch streaming or streaming in general. Maybe you're looking for streaming tips or some help figuring some stuff out when it does come to that area, and a whole bunch of other stuff. You can check out my channel. I've got a bunch of videos up, so maybe check it out after you're done with this one. But let's go ahead and focus on this one for now, which is how to stream on YouTube from your Xbox One, on your Xbox One. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do, well, we gotta get our Xbox One, right? So yeah, as you can see up here in the background, I am on my Xbox One. Move up and down so you can see there, and controller. Okay, so once you're on your Xbox One, what you're gonna want to do is, well, you can start up the game if you'd like, or you could be at this screen that I'm at right now. And what you're gonna do, the first thing, we're gonna press the button on our controller, the Xbox button. So go ahead and press that once you're where I am or in game, and we want the sidebar to pop up like this. So once your sidebar has popped up, what you're going to do next is you're going to go over to the right. So we're going to go over to the right to where you see the little satellite thing with the rays coming out of it, the waves. So once you're on that, we're going to go ahead and click on Start Broadcasting. Now, on Start Broadcasting, it'll say preparing your broadcast, and we're going to have to wait just a moment here. Now, you'll notice that I actually have a few things here which are grayed out on my screen. Now, you may have quite a few things which are grayed out. Everything will probably be grayed out for you. And well, there's a reason for that. You see, if you've never streamed before, it'll all be grayed out, and the reason for that is it actually has to do with the streamer Ninja. You may or may not be familiar with this, but a few months back, something had happened over on Twitch when he decided to move to Mixer, where they were showing other channels on his channel, and because of the whole thing that happened due to that, well, Mixer saw what happened, and they decided to up their safety and trust, is what they call it, so that everyone on the site would be safe. They decided to up things just a little bit, and that's kind of why things are grayed out for you. There's an extra verification step which you have to go through in order to have the option to stream. And well, in my case, since I have been on the site before, I have the option to stream, but I don't have some of the other options, such as camera. I can't use a camera until I go through the extra verification process. Now, like I said, for you, everything will be grayed out. So how do you go through that verification process? Well, what you're going to want to do is you actually need to open Mixer up in a browser. Now, it doesn't have to be a computer. It can be a mobile device. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a PC. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to hop over onto Mixer in another window here. I'll have it pop up, and I'll show you what we're going to do next once we do that. Alright, so now I have Mixer open here in a window. So how exactly do we enable this thing here? Okay, so once you head on over to Mixer, what you want to do is you want to log in to your account. And if you're unsure of how to do that, it's basically the information you use to sign in when you're on Xbox. That's going to link you to your Mixer account. So go ahead and go on up into the corner, and we're going to select the drop down. And once you're here, you're going to go ahead and log in. It should say login. So once we've logged in, what we're going to want to do next is we're going to need to go over to broadcast dashboard, and that's what we're going to click on. And actually, before we do that, just to make sure you understand, you can use your Xbox sign-in info for your Xbox account. That's what you're going to use to sign in here. It'll work. Just put that information in and it'll sign you right on into a Mixer account. So we'll click on this, and then once we click on this, should I make it a little bigger? So what you're going to do once you're signed in and you see a little icon, your icon will be different. This is my icon. We're going to click on that actually. And then once we click on that, we're going to go down to this right here, broadcast dashboard. So let's go ahead and click on that. And then once you click on broadcast dashboard, it'll open a new window. And in that new window is basically an introductory to streaming, introduction. So ready to start streaming. We're excited that you're ready to start to stream on Mixer, but before you start growing your audience, they need to talk about a few details before we get started. And down here it has some other things about streaming. Stream your way. You can either do it through your PC, community focus over here, streamer growth, create an environment you want to stream in, and a whole bunch of different things. And then down here they have stuff about their trust and safety, and that's actually what this is here, why you need to do all this for the thing that happened with Ninja and them upping their trust and safety is what they're calling it. So we're going to go up here, and once you click on get started, that's what we're going to want to click on right here. A video will play. Now it may be a little loud. The first time that I did it ever, it scared me because of how loud it was. So keep in mind that it may be a little loud once you click on this, but I'll have the volume off since there are subtitles you can read, like captions. So we're going to do that. Click on get started, and once we do that, here's our video that's playing now. And just some basic stuff they're going over. They're reviewing the rules. They keep the community positive. And about being respectful also. Considerate to people who come to visit your channel. Be nice. None of this stuff right here. None of that. Yeah, none of that. No brushing your teeth on stream. None of that. And of course there are different labels for your stream depending on the age that can watch it. Depending on the group that can watch it. Alright, and there we go. Now that the video is done, it's finished here, we can go ahead and go down right beneath the video. We have the next step. So let's click on that. And then once we click on that, request a stream key. Now what is this? Basically, you need to request a stream key and Mixer will review it, and after 24 hours, your channel has been under review. 24 hours, you'll be able to pretty much do your thing. So we're going to request stream key, and well, it says typically no longer than 24 hours, but it can take longer. 24 hours, usually a safe bet to say that's when it'll happen within. So request stream key, and now we've got to wait 24 hours for them to review it. And it says it here actually. We are currently reviewing your application for a stream key. Below is the time expected to complete the process. Please come back, and once we've completed the review, your key will be waiting. And well, there you go. Now, we have to wait 24 hours before we can get back to continuing on how to stream here with your settings available to you. So, I guess that's going to take a long time to make this video here, huh? Yeah, it's going to take me a day just to record it, an entire day, or over an entire day. 24 plus hours on top of the time we've already been going so far. Alright, so I will see you in 24 hours, so we can pick up right here. Don't worry, I'll skip to it in just a few seconds here, but you'll probably be back in 24, huh? Yeah. Okay, 24 hours. I'll see you in 24. So now it's actually been 24 hours, and well, it's been a little over 24 hours actually. Sometimes it can take a little longer, especially depending on how busy they are or when it is that you do try putting it through. So let's say you do it on a weekend. Well, not as many people are in the office, so to speak, on weekends, so maybe it'll take a little longer than the 24 hours, or if there's a holiday as well. So now we're going to go back into that same place that we were in before. So we're going to do the drop down here by clicking on that, and then broadcast dashboard, we're going to click on that, and once we click on that, we've got the new window here again, and you can see that my page here has now changed. I have a different page behind me here. So we've had a check mark, an extra check mark up there at the top, or has it been 2 check marks? Let's see, the first one was the video, the second one was the waiting screen, and then the third one was the timer. So yeah, now we're on the 4th one, and it's been checked out by someone over at Mixer. So now we have this, which is review the streamer pledge, and it's just some basic stuff so that you know some final stuff, so that they make sure you're 100% clear on everything. So it says, at Mixer, we love gaming and we love streaming a lot, but we know that not everyone online has the best of intentions, especially when a camera is on. At Mixer, we're taking steps to change this, and it all starts with the community. Before any of us goes live and start creating our very own communities on Mixer, we ask you to acknowledge that. And then there are 4 things here. You're joining and supporting an inclusive and positive community of communities. Mixer welcomes streamers, gamers, and lurkers from all creative walks of life. And then real people just like me are at the core of what makes streaming great. And then for our last one here, you agree to uphold Mixer's community standards. And if you click on that, it'll actually take you to the page with their code of conduct. See, here it has rules of the user conduct, and you could read this if you like. It's basically the rules of the site, and it's good to make yourself familiar with that so that you don't end up accidentally breaking one of the rules and then, you know, you end up losing your channel or something like that. It gets banned, suspended, So I'd suggest reading that, and we're actually going to go back to the other page. And once you've gone through all of this, it's just like a final check mark that you gotta go through. So we're gonna hit accept, and once we hit accept now, it'll say congrats. Welcome to the Mixer streaming community. Now let's get you streaming and growing your own community, and then finish the training to view your dashboard where you'll find your newly acquired stream key and broadcast settings. So, and that is the final check mark right there. So now we're actually going to go back over onto our console to make sure that everything is a-okay over there. And we're back on our console. So what we're going to do is we're going to try going back into the broadcasting thing again. So get your controller and you're going to press the home button, and once we press that, we're going to have the pop-up here. So we're going to go over to the right 2 times now, 1 and 2, and then we have start broadcasting down here. So we're going to click on that, and you'll notice the image, actually it changed over there. The image, it's no longer the satellite with the waves. It has changed a little bit. It's like an arrow now in a half box, a square. So we're gonna press A on start. So we click on that. We're gonna have to wait a second, just a moment, and here we go. Now you'll notice that my things are actually still grayed out, and yours might be too, but that's not because of us not having our stuff approved by Mixer. That's actually because of something else. See, it is still grayed out. Here are some options, and then if I go into my camera options, you'll see it's grayed out still. See, you actually have to plug it in now, and once you plug it in, it will no longer be grayed out, and you'll have full use of it when it does come to streaming. So I'm gonna do that right now, and you'll see that it'll fill in and no longer be gray once I do that. So give me just a sec here, and you'll see that happen. Alright, so I plugged in my camera there, and you can see that it's no longer gray. It's filled in now. So we can turn that on if we'd like, and once we do that, we'll have our camera here. Okay, put my camera there like that, and it's facing the ceiling, so you won't exactly see me when I do turn it on, but you'll see the camera pop up. So we turned it on, and now it's on. So if you'd actually like to see the camera, you can go down here to move position, and you'll see it on the screen here in just a moment. See, there it is down at the bottom. Let me put my fingers in front of it so you'll know that it's my camera there. So yeah, it's facing the ceiling, so that's why you don't see anything on it right now. And you can actually adjust where the camera is by going over here to the right, and you can put it wherever you'd like it to be actually. So you want it on the left, the upper left corner, the upper right, you can do that, the middle of the screen to the right, and you also have the option to zoom here. You can zoom in and out and move it up and down a little bit after zooming. So once you've finished setting up your camera, you've chosen how you'd like it to be on your stream, we'll go ahead and hit done. And then once we hit done, we're pretty much good with our camera now, but I want to mention one other thing, and that is a full screen camera. You can always turn this on if you'd like, and that'll basically full screen your camera. So maybe you just want to do a full screen camera stream, or you want to have it like that for part of your stream. You can always come into the option here, turn this on, and it'll basically take your camera and full screen it completely like that. See, my camera is now completely full screen there. So yeah, we're gonna go back, and I'm gonna turn off full screen camera, or maybe I should leave it on. You see my light, it's kind of bright there. Yeah, so full screen camera, we'll leave that on actually, Okay, and then one more thing I should go over here is down at the bottom we have our more options. So we're going to go into that, and just a few extra options here that you can adjust. This is for if you'd like to change your stream title from your console, you can do that. The stream title here, and this is for what's happening on Mixer. There's more to it to get your stream onto YouTube, so just a moment before we get to that bit. If you're aiming to stream on YouTube, you don't need to worry about the stream title part. You can just not pay attention to that for now. You'll have another option when it comes to changing your stream title, and that'll be on YouTube when we do get to the YouTube part. So you also have a party audio over there. If you'd like to include that, you can. If you're in a party and you want the other players in the party to be heard on your stream, you can include that there by enabling it. And then over here now we have the chat. If you'd like the chat on or off on Mixer, well, you have the option of turning it on or off. But since you're aiming for YouTube and you're not going to really be paying attention to Mixer, you'll probably want to turn it off. So down here we also have the broadcast overlay. And the broadcast overlay is a little thing that pops up. It just shows that you're live and the amount of people that have seen the stream, a microphone icon, and so forth. Just a few things like that. You see it down there actually on the lower right. Yeah, how long you've been broadcasting. Just a little quick info bar when it does come to your stream. So if you'd like to move it around, you can. We have all these options here for the corners of the screen. So we're gonna click done on that, and now we're gonna come back out. And then lastly here, our microphone. You'd need to attach a microphone. So once you put your microphone in, you'll then have that option light up there to turn it on or off, so that people who are watching your stream can actually hear you through your mic. Now for the next step, what we're going to do is we're actually going to put the controller down for just a moment, and we're going to go ahead and head on over to our mobile device. So go ahead and grab your mobile device. So what you're going to want to do now, once you have your mobile device in hand, is you're going to want to head on over to the App Store, because you're going to be downloading a few apps. So one app that you're going to be downloading is the Mixer app, and these apps are completely free. So you just head on over into the store, you search Mixer, and you download the app. So once you do that, you install it, and the next app that you're going to download, one more app, you need 2 apps in total for this, is the next app is the Streamlabs app. So go ahead and search that as well in the App Store, and then download it. Alright, so what we're going to do next, now that we have both apps installed, is we're actually going to go into the Mixer app first. So go ahead and load up the Mixer app, and when it opens up, your screen will look just a little different than mine. If it's your first time using it, you can just go ahead and read through all that, and once you're done with the introduction screen, I believe they give you some free currency for the site as well when you do first use the app, if I'm remembering correct. They might have changed it. It's been a little bit. So go ahead and go through all that, and then once you've gone through all that, you're going to go ahead and click on the search bar, the magnifying glass. And once you click on that, that's at the top. You're going to go ahead and search now for your Xbox username. So in my case, mine is, well, the name of my channel here. So once I click on that, you'll see that my channel is there. Now you should see your name pop up similar to this, and it'll have the default things with it, the icon, and you're going to click on that once you do see it. Now we can actually hold off on clicking on it just yet. See, on this screen, you could just leave it here for now, and we'll actually come back to this. So let's actually not click on it just yet. So now we're going to back out completely, and not going back. We're going to just hit the button to take us back to our phone's home screen, not hitting back to go through the other Mixer pages that we just went through. So now that we're back on the main screen of our phone, we're going to go ahead and open up Streamlabs now. So let's do that. Alright, so now we have Streamlabs open here. So now that Streamlabs is open, it may seem a little confusing, but don't worry, we'll get through it. I'll walk you through everything. Now, you'll need to log in here on your YouTube account. So basically just log in using your YouTube channel info, put that into this, and it'll log into your account automatically. Now, once you've done all that, you're logged into your YouTube account now. What you're going to do is you're going to need to add a source. You'll see it says on the screen, no capture sources added. So you want to add the source. So in order to do that, we're going to go to the upper left corner of the screen. We're going to click on the 3 lines there, and then we're going to click on editor. So once we click on editor, now we're going to go up into the upper right corner of the screen. We're going to click on the lines over there with the arrow, and then there's a plus down at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and click on that plus. And then once we click on that plus, we have our different options here of things which we can add. So you're going to want to add the last one, add screen. But just before we go any further, let me mention this one thing you should be aware of. Anything that does show up on your mobile device's screen while you are streaming, anyone who's watching your stream will be able to see that. So before you do any of the next few steps here, you may want to set your mobile device every time before streaming to notifications and displays for those notifications to be completely off. That way, if you get maybe a text during your stream or a call, it doesn't show up, and everyone on the stream, they won't see what's in that text or that call, because if that happens, well, there are people out there that they'll kind of want to bug you a little bit if they do see stuff like that. So yeah, be careful with that and keep that in mind. Make sure notifications turned off whenever it is that you do stream, and well, you should be good to go as long as you do that. So coming back here now, we're going to click add screen, and then once we've done that, we'll have this pop up right here which says Streamlabs will start capturing everything that's displayed on your screen. And you're going to click start now. I'm not actually going to do that because I'm not looking to stream to my YouTube channel and send out any notifications. So I'm not exactly going to do that right now. But that's going to be your next step. And then once you've done that, we're going to hit the button to go back out to the phone's main screen again. So hit that button to go back out to the main screen. I feel like there's one more thing I should mention. Anything you open up on your phone as well, if you go into anything while you are streaming, after you've hit start now, anyone who's watching your stream will be able to see that. So remember, anything on your screen that you can see, they would be able to see. Next, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go back over onto our console. So let's go ahead and go back over to our console now. And our console is here in the background again. So on our console, what we're going to want to do now is we're actually ready to start the broadcast from our console. So on our console, we're going to select start broadcast. We're going to press A on that. And then once we press A, there you go. Our broadcast has been started. You can see up on the middle of the screen, it lets us know that our broadcast is currently live. Now, you'll want to start the game first. usually there is a thing where sometimes it won't actually broadcast properly if the game isn't playing, because privacy screens and stuff like that are there when it does come to console streaming. So we are live right now. The stream is live. So I'm gonna go back to my phone, my mobile device, your mobile device, and go back to the main screen. So now open up Mixer again. And once we do that, we're gonna click on our channel here now again. And I'm gonna go to my channel, and you'll see that it says there's a live thing on your channel. There's a live feed right now, because you'll be able to see it on the screen that there's a privacy screen if you started the way I did. So we're gonna open that up, click on my channel. I'm gonna click watch stream. You'll see it says live in the corner. And then once we do that, here you can see that the stream is completely live. So I'm going to click on the lower right corner of the window, and that'll actually full screen the stream, right? And there you go. Now we're almost there. We've got just a little more to go, and our stream will be live on YouTube. So now that we have this here, in that other window where we hit start streaming, or if you hadn't hit start streaming yet, you have not, that's what you're going to want to do. You're going to go back into Streamlabs, make sure you hit that start streaming now button, and once you've done that, it'll capture what's on your mobile device and then broadcast it to your YouTube channel. So basically, your stream is now live. And well, there you go. One last thing that you need to know: when you're ready to end your stream, you've streamed for several hours or however long, and you're like, you know what, I'm ready to end my stream. How do I turn this all off? Okay, so what you're going to want to do is, firstly, you're going to want to start off on your YouTube in Streamlabs on your mobile device, and you click the broadcast button that's in the middle of the screen, and you stop your stream that way. And then once your stream has been stopped that way, next what you're going to do is you're going to go over to your Xbox again, and you'll see that start broadcast now says stop broadcast. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on stop broadcast, and there you go. You've now completely stopped your stream. Stream is no longer live. And that right there is how you can stream on YouTube from your Xbox One. Now, quite a bit, but we got through it. Hopefully, you didn't have too much trouble and it was easy to follow along. Now, if this video helped you out, I'd appreciate it so much if you could leave a like, leave a comment letting me know if this helped you out or where you had trouble, so we can help out other people with the comments. If anyone's having any kind of issues, let me know in the comments. Someone else might be able to help you out, or I might be able to help you out, give you a pointer or two to get you through it. And don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright, I'm Wolfie, and I'll see you next time. Bye.